All right, I've got everything raked. She's baling just right on the other side of them trees. I can hear the baler going. It ain't that far from here, the hay shed, the way the crow flies. Just got to drive around your elbow to get there. It ain't that far, but it's a lot farther than just right there. All right, so right here is what we put in here yesterday. 610 bales. And there's probably going to be twice that many today. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tractor going. Got the Bergman speed hitch. Coons tie grabber on the front. And yeah, let's get after it. Get some of these bales up. Then I'm probably going to have to take over baling here in a little bit. Most likely. She's probably going to have to leave about 4. And it's already 2:30, so she might get a lot of it baled before she has to leave. She's about done with that lower field when I went and looked. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to snap onto these wagons. I love this part. I love it. Y'all can watch. Okay, I'll open the window so we can see good. Alright, here we go. Wagons are just hanging out in the field till I come along and snatch them up. Then we're off. Off to the hayfield. And when I get there, I pull this little red thing and I start loading hay. I don't have to get out. And fight tongues or hitch pins. Sure is nice. I'm gonna have to turn the AC on. It's hot. And it ain't on. I had to turn it off this morning because it was kind of cool here this morning. It was about 60 degrees or a little under 60 degrees, something like that. That's the way it is here in the mountains. It's cold in the mornings and then it warms up in the evenings, but it don't get as hot as it does down at the foot of the mountain, or below the mountain I call it. All right, let's get back to the field and get some of these bales loaded up. All right, there's Shannon going at it. And I'm looking for a good flat place to put my wagons right here, and I think this is going to work. Pull up a little bit, make sure that they're going to sit here. It's kind of in a valley here. I think we're good. If not, they'll just roll away, right? There we go. Now I can get started picking up some hay. It's kind of difficult in this tractor because you can't see nothing. I'll be glad when I get the tractor that Shannon's in with a third function on it and try it with that. I think it'll be a lot easier to see off that tractor. I mean, it is off the 4710, and there's not a lot of difference between that tractor, 5711, seeing off of it, and the 4710. So hopefully we can get all that figured out once we get the third function brought in and I get it put on. And this is look how cockeyed I am compared to this wagon. That's not good. Gotta remember to reset my tie arm every time. I struggle with that more than anything. It's either remembering to run the tie arm back or remembering to flip the switch. got to put it in 4-wheel drive or you spin the field up. I'll forget to flip the switch one way or the other and do the wrong thing at the wrong time. Yesterday I had the switch the wrong way when I set it down on the trailer and hit the button, and I thought I had released it. I shouldn't even be telling this. Shannon was riding with me, so she seen it happen. I thought I'd released the hay, and then I backed up. I picked it back up and backed up. I still had the hay on the grapple and didn't realize it, and then I flipped the switch to what I thought was to make the tie arm go back around, and then I hit the button and dropped 10 bales right on the ground in front of me. And Shannon's like, "What did you just do?" And I'm like, I don't know. It was kind of funny at the time, but still is funny. But I was kind of embarrassed at the same time, but it happens. I'm going to try to make it where I'm probably going to have to unload this load with the forklift. So I'm trying to make it where each stack is going to be independent of each other, so I can get the forks on under each pallet and just pick up the whole pallet, and then I can go with it. I'm going to have these wagons to load on the alfalfa field, and we're going to have keep the bales separate. You don't want to mix these alfalfa or those alfalfa bales and these grass hay bales, because they're different qualities and they're different prices when you go to sell them. So I got to keep them stacked separately and separated. I'm gonna have to move these wagons because, man, I'm just sitting so cockeyed trying to put these on here. Sometimes you get in this situation when you're trying to pick them up off the ground. The tractor's sitting cockeyed and the hay's flat on the ground, and you can't, and this makes it more difficult to pick the pack of hay up. One of these days I'll get all this stuff figured out. I'm going to have to come back and make every field I got flat as a pancake, I reckon. Just take a dozer and just start leveling them off. I'm coming in on the opposite direction on this pack, and I can't see at all out there because of the way the ground is. I was sitting over a hump and it was sitting on kind of a flat place, and I couldn't see nothing. That's the drawback to using it on this big tractor. Everybody says, well, use it on a skid steer. Well, I don't really want to haul a skid steer to every hayfield I have to do, and then skid steers are pretty hard on the grass when you get out here twisting and turning. I'd a whole lot rather use a tractor that's already here or would already be on site. Just makes more sense to me. Shannon is about done baling here, and then she's got just a couple more windrows and she'll be going to the alfalfa field, and hopefully she can get a lot of it baled before she has to leave me to go get ready. side on this wagon too. I thought it was a little flatter here, but not much. There's a lot of bales right here in this one area. I told her to wait on that last windrow bale at last because it was still a little bit high moisture, so I wanted to give it as long as possible to dry out. Caught that front bale and flipped it up. See if I can get it back down. I don't believe I can. Let's see here. I might and grab it here, pull it back. There we go. Now I think I am alright. Go back into it, get it here, maybe. Come on, bale. There you go. I don't like coming into them this way, but sometimes I do it anyway, just to be able to load it from load it the opposite way, but on the different side of the wagon, if that makes any sense. I want the pack flipped on there the opposite way, but I want them to stay on the same side of the wagon as I'm loading on. So oh, there's one of them times that I flipped one of them on their edge. Occasionally I do that. You get on this rough ground running this thing, and it's easy to do some weird stuff. I'll tell you one thing though, this tractor does handle this thing way better than the 4710. It's got a lot more weight, a lot more loader, so you don't have to worry about that part. It's just that you can't see off of it. I mean, obviously I get the job done with it, but it would be easier if I could see what I was doing.
A bale fell off the backside.
I guess I do now.
Okay.
Apparently I lost the bale on the other side. That's one reason why I don't like picking them up from the opposite way either. Because you can't see over there. How did that happen? How did that happen? I want to know. Y'all have to look at this with me here. Okay, this string is supposed to be up there around that bale. How did this bale get down here and the string's nowhere near it? I don't understand what happened there. Anyway, may have had something to do with the way I picked it up, but all right, I'll check on y'all later. Well, I'm still here. Dad's helping me now. Things got looking pretty grim there for a little while, and it still is sitting right here beside of us. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's a huge cloud, and it came in fast, and it rained at my house, and I'm not a quarter of a mile from my house. And we were all praying in Jesus' name for that cloud to turn and go around me or stop or something, and it stopped right there. It stopped and it's just sat there for like an hour, and the sun has come back out, but the cloud is just sitting there like it's waiting on me to get done. We still got quite a bit to do, and but we're going as hard as we can go. And thankfully Dad came in from work and decided to help me, or asked me if I needed help, and I said yes please. So he brought me another trailer. I pulled them double blue wagons out of here a minute ago with 430 bales on them, and anyway, that's a big black cloud over there, and the sun's peeking out right beside of it. And that cloud goes on way out there, and over here it's been blue skies, but like I say, it rained right up to me. I got about 3 sprinkles on the windshield, and I was like, oh God, please help me. And he did. So we're still going. Trying to hold this thing and pick up a bale of hay, pack of hay. Anyway, just wanted to update y'all. We're getting a lot of bales. See, last time Shannon looked at the counter before she left, it said 1,500 and some, and that was counting what we did yesterday. So she done baled. Oh, she baled about 800 or something before she left. So 800 or 900. So she's done really good, and then Dad's here, so hopefully we'll get all this done. It's already getting to be 6:30, so it's going to be a late evening. I was supposed to go to that vow renewal also that Shannon went to, but I don't look like I'm going to make it. But maybe she can bring me home a plate with some good food on it. So anyway, we'll check back with y'all here in a little bit. All right, y'all, it was a stressful evening with that big rain cloud coming through and trying to rain me out, but thankfully we got through that. But here's the fruits of the labor. All this on the trailers was today. Overloaded these wagons. This is how I normally load them, 5 high, but I've actually got one of them 8 high right here on this wagon. 8 high on the wagon. You can do stupid stuff like that when you're loading with that John Deere. Oh, my 4710 wouldn't even think about doing that. Anyway, and then yesterday's hay was right there. I unloaded it this morning. So all these 6 wagons right here is from today, and I'm glad that's over with. 1,750 bales. I mowed about 34.5 acres, and I round baled 1 field, and I think I got 19. Well, it was 19 bales, but one of them got busted and had to rebale it. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Time to go find something to eat. It's already 8 o'clock at night, or in the evening, however you want to look at it. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one.